Hello Steelers fans! Welcome to another video on our channel, where we bring you the latest news and analysis on our favorite NFL team. If you're a Steelers fan and want to stay on top of everything that happens to the team, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. And don't forget to leave your like and your comment, as this helps our work a lot. Today we're going to talk about 4 important and interesting issues involving the Steelers. The first is about our running back Najee Harris, who is set to have his best season yet. The second is about a rumor involving a former Steelers player who might return to the team in the future. The third is about a missed opportunity for the Steelers to sign a heavyweight wide receiver. And the fourth is about a huge lack of respect that our wide receiver Deontay Johnson received from a data analyst. But before we get into the details, I have a question for you. Do you think the Steelers have a chance of reaching the Super Bowl this year? Leave your opinion in the comments and let's discuss expectations for the season. Now let's start with the first news, about Najee Harris. Our running back was chosen in the first round of this year's draft, and since then he has shown a lot of quality and potential in training and preseason games. He is already considered the absolute holder of the position, and has everything to be a key player in the Steelers' offense. There are 3 main reasons why I believe Najee Harris is going to have his best season yet. The first is that he is a very complete player who can run, catch passes, and block efficiently. He has an impressive physique, at 1.88 m tall and 104 kilograms in weight, but he also has a lot of agility, speed, and vision of the game. He is capable of breaking tackles, making quick cuts and gaining extra yards after contact. The second reason is that he will have many opportunities to touch the ball. The Steelers were the worst team in the league in rushing last year, averaging just 84.4 yards per game. This was one of the factors that greatly limited the team's attack, which was too dependent on the arm of quarterback Ben Roethlisberger. With the arrival of Najee Harris, the Steelers want to change this reality and have a more balanced and dynamic game. Coach Mike Tomlin has already said that he will use Harris as a workhorse, that is, a pack horse, who will receive many carries per game. The third reason is that he will have a renewed and improved offensive line. The Steelers lost some key offensive line players last offseason, including Maurkice Pouncey, David DeCastro, and Alejandro Villanueva. But it also brought new names like Kendrick Green, Trey Turner, and Joe Hagg. In addition, they hired a new offensive line coach, Adrian Clem, who has a more aggressive and physical philosophy. The expectation is that the Steelers' offensive line will be stronger and more cohesive this year, opening up more spaces for Najee Harris's runs. So those are the 3 reasons why I think Najee Harris will shine this year for the Steelers. He has the talent, opportunity and support to stand out as one of the best running backs in the league. And you, what do you think of Najee Harris? Will he be a star on the Steelers? Leave your opinion in the comments. Now let's talk about the second subject of the video, a rumor involving a former Steelers player who may return to the team in the future. I'm talking about Aaron Donald, the defensive tackle currently playing for the Los Angeles Rams. He is considered one of the best players in the NFL, and has been named Defensive Player of the Year 3 times. Aaron Donald was drafted by the Rams in 2014, but he hails from Pittsburgh and played for the University of Pittsburgh. He has always been a Steelers fan, and recently he made a statement that got Steelers fans excited. He said the following: "I love LA, but Pittsburgh is my home. It's where I grew up. I have a home there. I have family there. I have friends there. So, you never know. Maybe one day I can come home and play for my favorite team." This statement was given in an interview for the Pat McAfee Show podcast, which is hosted by a former Steelers player, Pat McAfee. He was excited at the prospect of Aaron Donald wearing the black and yellow jersey, and said it would be awesome to have a player like him on the Steelers' defense. But is this possible? Well, Aaron Donald has a contract with the Rams until 2024, and he receives a very high salary of around $22 million a year. The Steelers would have to make a huge financial effort to sign him, whether through a trade or a free agency signing. In addition, the Rams would hardly want to part with their best player, who is one of the pillars of the team. Therefore, I think this rumor is more a dream than a reality. But it costs nothing to dream, right? Imagine having Aaron Donald on our defensive line, alongside the likes of Cameron Hayward, Stephon Tuitt and TJ Watt? It would be a monstrous defense, capable of stopping any league attack. And you, what do you think of this rumor? Would you like to see Aaron Donald on the Steelers? Do you think this is possible? Leave your opinion in the comments. Now let's talk about the third subject of the video, a missed opportunity by the Steelers to sign a heavyweight wide receiver. I'm talking about Jamison Crowder, who was from the New York Jets and was recently traded to the Carolina Panthers. Jamison Crowder is one of the best wide receivers in the league in the slot position, that is, the one who plays more in the middle of the field. He has a lot of ability to get rid of the marking and make precise routes. He also has a lot of speed and explosiveness to gain yards after catching. He was unhappy with the Jets as he had to take a pay cut to stay with the team. He was earning $10 million a year, and he had to go down to $5 million. Also, he didn't have much chemistry with the Jets' rookie quarterback, Zach Wilson. So he asked to be traded, and the Jets granted his request. They sent Jamison Crowder to the Panthers in exchange for a 2022 sixth-round draft pick. A pretty cheap trade for such a great player. And where does the Steelers fit into this story? Well, the Steelers could have tried to sign Jamison Crowder to bolster their wide receiver core. The Steelers have good names at the position, such as Juju Smith-Schuster, Chase Claypool, and Deontay Johnson. But none of them are experts at playing as a slot receiver. Jamison Crowder would be a great option to fill that role, and he would bring more versatility and creativity to the Steelers' offense. In addition, he would be a reliable target for Ben Roethlisberger, who likes to throw quick, short passes through the middle of the pitch. Jamison Crowder would be able to create separation from fielders and convert third downs frequently. The Steelers could have offered a better trade than the Panthers for Jamison Crowder, or even tried to sign him in free agency if he was cut by the Jets. But that didn't happen, and now he's going to play for the Panthers alongside quarterback Sam Darnold, who was his. So this was a missed opportunity for the Steelers to sign a heavyweight wide receiver. I think that Jamison Crowder would be a great addition to our attack, and that he would make a good team with Ben Roethlisberger. And you, what do you think of Jamison Crowder? Would you like to see him on the Steelers? Do you think he would make a difference in our attack? Leave your opinion in the comments. Now let's talk about the fourth and final subject of the video, a huge lack of respect that our wide receiver Deontay Johnson received from a data analyst. I'm talking about Seth Walder, who is an ESPN analyst who uses advanced statistics to evaluate NFL players. Seth Walder recently published a ranking of the best wide receivers in the league, based on a model called the WR rating. This model takes into account several factors, such as the difficulty of the routes, the quality of passes received, the efficiency in yards after reception, the conversion rate of first downs and touchdowns, and the rate of drops. And do you know where Deontay Johnson was in this ranking? In 91st place. That's right, 91st place. He lagged behind the likes of Damiere Byrd, Keelan Cole, and David Moore. He even trailed teammate Ray McCloud, who was more of a returner than a wide receiver. That's a huge disrespect to Deontay Johnson, who is one of the best wide receivers in the league. He was the Steelers' leader in receptions last year, with 88. He was also second in yards, with 923, and in touchdowns, with 7. He was the main target of Ben Roethlisberger, and showed a lot of ability to get rid of marking and make varied routes. It's clear that he had some problems with drops last year. He led the league in that regard with 14. but that can't erase all the good he did this season. He had memorable games, like against the Tennessee Titans, when he had 9 receptions for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. Or against the Indianapolis Colts, when he had 8 receptions for 75 yards and 1 touchdown. Deontay Johnson is a very talented player who has everything to improve even more this year. He has already said that he is working hard to correct his drops, and that he is confident for the season. He has the backing of Ben Roethlisberger, who has said he trusts him and will continue throwing passes at him. Therefore, I think this ranking by Seth Walder is very unfair and meaningless. It uses data that doesn't reflect the reality of the game, and that ignores the context and circumstances of each playthrough. He doesn't take into account the talent and potential of Deontay Johnson, who is one of the best wide receivers in the league. And you, what do you think of this ranking? Do you agree with him? Do you think Deontay Johnson is a good wide receiver? Leave your opinion in the comments. Well guys, that was today's video. I hope you enjoyed the Steelers news and analysis. If you liked it, leave your like and share the video with your friends. And if you didn't like it, also leave your like and share the video with your enemies. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any videos. We're always bringing you the best information about our favorite NFL team.